Hi guys, Paul here. Today I'm going to be doing a shave with some soap from Razorock. About a week ago, Razorock Joe posted on Facebook that he's coming out with a new tobacco scent or a new tobacco soap. Oh, got a little something there on the, there we go. A new tobacco soap, and he had two scents, and he was trying to decide which one to bring to the market, and so he offered to sell these 2 cents as a package for like $12. And he was eliciting the feedback of guys who wanted to try them both and then give their feedback on which one they preferred, and then use that information to decide which one to come to market. So it sounded like fun, so I went ahead and ordered the 2 tobacco scents, and they're labeled Tobacco 1, and Tobacco 2. So today I'm going to do a shave with both of those soaps, and I'll give you my opinion, my opinion of the scent, and then I'll give you my opinion which one I prefer. So I'm just going to apply a little pre-shave. I've been using this Lucky Tiger Vanishing Cream. I have this gigantic tub of this in the back that I bought about a year ago, and I just put it in this Vito's, a smaller amount in this Vito's container, and I'm just using this as my pre-shave. It actually smells a lot like Vito's, and has a little bit of menthol in it, and it seems to work pretty good. So that's the pre-shave for today. I'm going to be using, just to kind of make it fair, I know the soaps, I've used both of these soaps, and they're pretty much standard Razorock performance, and they both perform great. I've never had any trouble with the performance of any Razorock soap. This is more about the scent, but I am going to be using 2 Plisson brushes. This one is a Plisson that Scott Pavkovic made a custom tulip handle for me. And then this is just the regular old Plisson. This is the original Plisson. So we're going to go ahead and get started with tobacco number 1, and I'm going to use the old Plisson for that. And just to give you an idea, the scent of this, when I first opened it, this soap is a very sweet, it has a very sweet scent. And in fact, it really reminded me a lot of the Razorock Christmas in Tuscany soap that came out year before last, or not this last holiday season, but the holiday season before that. It has that kind of sweet, almost almond liqueur kind of scent to it. To me, I'm not. I never tried the Zeppepo or Z Pepino soap. I'm not really sure what green tobacco smells like. I know what pipe tobacco and cigars smell like, and they don't smell like this because that tobacco is cured. This is I don't know if this is a green tobacco or tobacco flower or something like that, but it's definitely a sweet scent, and to me it's very, very reminiscent of the Christmas in Tuscany. It has really that kind of vibe to it. So we'll go ahead and use this one first. And again, this is tobacco number 1. Now when you smell it dry, it smells, to me a whole lot like the Christmas in Tuscany. As you lather it, there is some other stuff going on there. You get a little bit of a spicier note in there. I'm not sure what that is exactly. But definitely the whole vibe with this one for me is a sweet scent. Almost bordering on a kind of a gourmandy sort of scent. And as many of you know, that Christmas in Tuscany was supposed to smell somewhat like the Italian holiday cake, the panettone, and kind of what this reminds me of. So for the razor, I'm just going to be using my long-handled Mergress, and I put a Rapira Blade in there, brand new blade. Haven't used one of those in a while, so we'll see how that goes. So my plan for this shave is to just alternate the soap for passes. So first pass I'll use soap number 1, and then for the second pass I'll use soap number 2, the third pass I'll use soap number 1, and then I'll do a fourth pass just so I can even it out again with soap number 2. So as you can see, the performance, the lather ability, get this off my face so we don't have any cross-pollination here between the two soaps, as much as I can try to avoid that as much as possible. Okay, we'll set that brush aside, and then we'll break out the Pavkovic brush, and this is tobacco number 2. So tobacco number 2, definitely a drier scent. This definitely has a smokiness to it, like more like a tobacco smoke or something of that nature. It does have a slight sweetness, spiciness to it, but definitely a smokier, more rough around the edges, rough and tumble kind of scent to this one. Okay, so definitely a smokier, drier scent to this one. Set that aside, and we'll go ahead and do pass number 2 here. And again, the way these soaps lather, they're pretty much similar. I'm gonna guess that the formulation is pretty much the same, and the main difference is just the scent on these soaps. If there is a difference in the formulation, you can't really tell from the way they perform. They perform exactly the same. So the Rapira Blade is feeling really good. Okay, I'm just rinsing my face off on steam. These Rapiras with the pink labeling or with the blue and pink packaging are labeled as Super Steel blade, or Super Stainless I should say, Super Stainless blade. Okay, back to soap number 1, tobacco number 1, if you will. Again, on the tobacco number 1, the scent does change a little bit. It becomes a little more spicy after you lather it and after you get some water into the soap. Not as overtly sweet, but still it's got that sweet scent to it. This soap is really, to me, just screams Italian soft soap. Scent-wise. you know, kind of along the lines of Cella and the P160, that kind of thing. And that's not to say that these are, you know, an almond scent by any means. They aren't that. I don't want to give that impression, but they do have that, you know, sort of vibe to them. Okay. So one more pass. Let's do a fourth pass, just real quick downward pass. Nothing crazy, just to even it out. Okay. Normally I don't do 4 passes, I usually just do 3, but today I'll just do the 4th just so I get a chance to use these soaps equally in the video anyways. Yeah, definitely a drier, smokier scent to this one. To me, this one is more of a masculine kind of scent. Been a long time since I've used a Rapira Blade, and I actually forgot how good these blades work for me. I really like this blade a lot. And then on my Mergress here, and also my Progress, I usually just set these at about 3. That seems to work pretty good for me. And I usually just leave it there. I don't really adjust it up or down during the shave at all. So there you go. Just going to rinse this off. Really, you know, like all the Razorock soaps I've tried over the years, their performance of all of these is just spot on. They really are easy to lather. They work great. The scents are pretty good. Although some of the earlier ones, I have to say, were kind of on the mild side. I never used the Z Pepino soap. I did get a chance to smell it about a year or 2 ago at one of the local shops here in town that had it, and I thought it was a pretty light scented soap. And some of the earlier ones were like that too. Nervous Wreck was kind of like that. The 888 really didn't have a huge, you know, although it's a eucalyptus soap, didn't have a huge scent to it. The Mental Lipto, they were all pretty lightly scented soaps. These definitely, the amount of fragrance in them is definitely amped up from some of the older ones. Of the two, which one do I like? Well, I just have to say, in general, for shaving products, I don't really care that much for gourmandy kind of scents. I don't like scents that smell like food or booze that much. They really don't appeal to me as far as using them in shaving products. I have a couple of, you know, fragrances that are, you know, kind of gourmandy, but I tend to not really like that kind of thing. So for me, definitely the number 2, the tobacco number 2, is the one I prefer, hands down. I like that smoky, earthier, kind of rough and tumble scent. To me, that's that's what I associate with tobacco, and the kind of sweeter, gourmandy, panettone kind of scent really is not my cup of tea. It's not my. I mean, I like the soap; it's fine, but of the two, I definitely prefer the tobacco number 2. To me, this is the my favorite of the two. So, anyways, guys, that's my thoughts. If you've tried these soaps, comment below. Let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed the video and have a great weekend. See you later. Bye.